everybody!
Hi. You
Today-
can't see him or Magnus wave at all.
No.
Magnus is Clary.
She's waving.
Picture doesn't work.
She's waving to her box of fags. Alright,
Would
so.
you like to clarify that first?
Cigarettes! Alright, so on my screen, as you can see, in descending order, we have 3 big boxes at the top and then me at the bottom. Hello, chummies. We're going to start off with Magnus Bane at the side. Tell us who you are, what your URLs are, and who you play. So we're going to start with you, Amber.
That is me. Okay. I'm Amber. I'm speaking up. My name is Amber. People call me Fur. I play Magnus Bane and Clary Frey. Magnus's URL is No one can understand that if we're gonna giggle.
Men, come by.
And then Clary, I can't even pronounce.
Artisnium.
I would say, yeah, Artisnium. So
Artisnium.
That's how you say Clary's. Hey, I don't have to pronounce it, okay?
Fuck me.
Know how.
You didn't know a few seconds ago.
Okay, so that's me.
Alright, and then next is Danny, who you are, who your URLs are. Who
What she said, I'm Danny. I play Isabel Lightwood, and my URL is definition of fun.
What's the other URL? Gabby?
Oh, me?
No. What's her other URL? Because she won't say it.
Oh, you want Danny? I was just going to do Isabel for
Well,
this.
we're going to whore you out anyways because we love you.
Okay, so I also played Daenerys Targaryen for the Game of Thrones fandom, which is not supposed to be part of this video. And, yeah, blame Gabby. And, that URL is Insysam or something like that. I don't know. It's Latin for unburnt.
Alright, and then last but not least, the beautiful faced goddess, Gabby.
Hi, I'm Gabby, apparently, as you know. I play Ruins and Death, who is Jace Hirondelle.
Alright, and my name is Ashley. I play Jonathan Ardifou, which sounds French, but it's Romanian for Jonathan Burns of Fire. Ashley. I also have a Clary by the Angel Clary. I also have a Jace, DNG Angelum.
What the fuck do you have?
But the Jace and the Clary don't really get played on as much. I'm basically here for Jonathan. And
Really sorry,
Sebastian. Sorry, guys. So basically what we did is we compiled a list of questions, both received and that I found on the internet in random tags. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to read these off, and then everybody's going to give their answers in the order that they said their name. So it'll start with Amber, go to Danny, go to Gabby, then go to me. So let's start off. The first question, which you will see here, that is set up on my mobile, is why did you choose your character? So we're going to start off with Amber for that one.
I'm really annoyed first. Okay, so why I chose Magnus, well actually I had Clary first, and why I chose her is because she's not exactly the heroine type that people perceive her as, and she's just like, Gabby.
Shut up!
But, I don't know, it's just, I wanted to play her, and Magnus, I mean, oh my god, like, I just love him. I love his comebacks, his sarcasm, and what is your problem, Ashley?
I keep thinking about the glitter in the ass thing.
We should really put a disclaimer on this. When you post it.
I'll put one of those movie warnings in the front going, "This is not PG."
Yes.
All right.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Okay,
continue.
Okay, so I just chose Magnus because of the sarcasm, his attitude, and because Magnus, I've seen they don't play the darker side of Magnus, delve into his past of where he's, upset about what happened with his mother,
Peru.
and his stepfather that he actually killed.
Peru.
So no one actually delves into the past of him himself.
Peru.
Shut up. Him himself. Even though everyone doesn't look at him that way, he sees himself secretly that way. Oh, Danny.
Okay. Are you done now?
I think she said go to Danny.
All right. So Danny, go. Why did you
Okay,
choose your character or characters?
Yeah, since you made me throw Danny in, jeez.
You're going for it.
I started playing Daenerys first. I chose her because my friend Rose was playing Drogo at the time, and I really wanted to RP with her. And I kind of sort of fell in love with Danny as I was progressing through the Game of Thrones TV series. And then more so when I was reading the books. She grows a lot because she starts as just an innocent little child that listens to whatever her brother says. And then she marries Drogo, and he makes her a true Khaleesi. In both the name and the sense of it.
Khaleesi!
Just kind of just grows more through the books, and she basically kicks ass. And then I chose Isabel because I was fighting between choosing Magnus and Isabel, and Gabby said to pick Isabel.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
And
Too much sass.
Isabel kicks ass in literal sense. Plus, she's sassy as hell, so that's always a plus.
And she has
7 inches or better.
Yeah, 7-inch heels. Yeah, just
11.
Isabel. That's the reason.
All right. So Gabby,
Alright, I chose Jace because,
Just conceded.
pretty much.
excuse me, you're not talking about me personally. Yes, I am conceited though.
That's why she's an asshole and will never RP with you. No, I'm kidding.
That is not true! No, the reason why I chose Jace is because, for me, he's a very complex character, and I've always loved playing complex characters. He reminded me of actually my Anakin Skywalker I used to have. He was my first blog I ever had. And for me, Jace is very similar to Anakin. He goes through this phase where he is, the new hope for everybody. Everyone's counting on him. And then, bam, he gets hit that he's Valentine's son, and then he falls. And you see the fall that progresses, and then you see him trying to redeem himself. So I really love playing complex characters like that, and that is my reason to pick you. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's my last one, I promise.
No.
There's already a disclaimer on the video. You can go for it.
Tell everyone what Jace and Clary's kids' names are.
Oh, yeah, Jace and Clary's kids' names are, because Clary forced Jace to watch Star Wars, is Luke and Leia.
Because they're fucking idiots. No, you're kidding. No. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I was done before.
Okay, so I guess I'm last. Why did I choose Jonathan? Why did I choose Clary, since she's the first? I chose Clary because basically I had just gotten back into the fandom, and I was sick of my TVD blog, so I thought, well, I really liked the movie. Gabby. Fuck off. And I'd always liked the books and stuff. Gabby, jeez, I'm gonna have to blur so much out. And, and so I went for it. I never really roleplayed with anybody except my one friend. And then I eventually moved into roleplaying with other people. I did roleplay with Gabby at some point. So, and then I got my Jonathan because, like on TVD, I said to myself, you know what, male canons always get more followers, so I'm just going to make a male canon. And what do you know, I got more people to roleplay with and thread with, which is how I met all these wonderful people. And Jace, I made... Yeah, pretty much. And then I made a Jace just for the hell of it. He's gotten like 3 threads and never gets used. But he's there for anybody who cares. And that's pretty much why. Next question is, what is everyone's thoughts on Isabella taking Clary as her parabatai, disregarding that she has no training as a proper shadow hunter? Everybody's opinions.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah,
Starting, of course, with...
That's kind of a spoiler for me since I'm still reading.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You don't know.
You could do it like basically what you've read so far.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
All right, Amber, starting with
Go.
you.
Okay, so feel that question.
Basically, the question was, what do you think about Isabel taking Clary as her parabatai, or however you pronounce it, even though she has no proper shadow hunting training? Is that fair to her? Is that right? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's fair. Just because Clary does have the whole ruins thing going for her.
Runes.
What?
I said it's a factor.
So, I mean,
And I
she has
corrected your
that,
pronunciation.
And then you have, I mean, in a way, Clary has experience in some things that Isabel doesn't, like the mundane world. She grew up in it. So she can actually help everyone kind of blend in more, except for Jace, because he's like, I'll do whatever I want. So, but...
Not like unlike his mun.
Yeah.
Do what I want.
So, but I mean, I do think it's fair to her, and I do think it was a good choice, but in my mind, although this might be a spoiler for Danni, in a way,
Go ahead.
I do think that Clary and Simon would have been kind of awesome eventually, Gabby. Eventually. But since you have to choose... No. Never mind. But...
They can't take runes, can they?
No, they can't.
You guys... Did you read Heavenly Fire?
Well, yeah, but... Alright, continue.
Amber, how many books have I read?
But I do like the fact that Isabel and Clary will be, that. Because you have to choose between before you're 18 anyways, and by the time Simon would even get... Okay, I'm fine with it.
Alright, Danni.
Thumbs up.
I guess it's cool. I don't know. I haven't got to that point in the books. I'm still on City of Glass. But from what I've read, it seems like Clary and Isabel's friendship is growing. Plus, it is a plus with Clary being able to make her own runes and junk. So, it's not like she's at a total disadvantage, and Isabel will make sure Clary stays alive, at least. I'm pretty sure Jace will appreciate that. But, yeah, that's my take on it. I mean, it's an interesting dynamic, to say the least.
Alright, Gabby.
I think, personally, I do agree that Clary can bring her own into the game. She does have the ruins.
I'd like to mention that Gabby's face is temporarily okay, now it's fixed. Go ahead.
She could bring it into the game. She could, have her ruins and everything. But Isabel really does have that experience. And I guess it's good in the sense that Isabel can share the experience. However, based off Clary's personality, I don't think that she will take that experience and respect it enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because she thinks that she can handle things on her own. I mean, just look at what she did when she went to the City of Glass. She did not listen to Jace, who has the experience in this life. He knows the dangers. He understands the dangers. And she's just like, oh yeah, I understand. And she just goes right through it, and she gets hurt in the end because she doesn't understand. So I think that she really needs to start, if she wants to become Isabel's, I can't pronounce it.
Parabatai.
Her, whatever. She really needs to take her trainings more seriously.
Wait a minute. I have a counter.
Whoa,
Because-
fuck.
Okay,
This is not a
Because-
debate.
No,
No.
This is a debate?
Because
Counter you when you were doing it.
Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, this is not about Big Bird.
no, because Jace also runs into
Gabby
things
just got
without
that.
thinking, just so you know.
What?
I said Jace runs into things all the time without thinking, and then ends up, getting locked in a cage by the Inquisitor.
Okay, yeah, but
he has the experience.
Jace understands that he's doing that, but he has experience in this world where he doesn't fucking care. Sorry, I swear the last one.
I'm already gonna do it, so what does it matter?
Okay, but no, seriously, Jace just, he in general, he even admitted he knows that he does this, but this is his personality. He takes things heads on, but he at least knows the dangers behind it, and he's fully prepared to die young if he is. Is she fully prepared to die young? I don't think so. She has a future that she's looking forward to as an art student. She has a future that she can look forward to as a human, as a mundane, because she lived in the mundane world. He was always in this world. So he had this whole, grasp on it, and he was raised by Valentine. Really? End of discussion. Go.
It's my turn anyway, so fuck off, both of you. My perspective, I do agree with Gabby. I'm sorry, I do. My perspective of it is, and people are gonna think, I love Jace and Clary as a ship. I mean, that was my first ship in the TMI fandom. I love them. Gabby loves it. I do love the Morgan cest right now, but I mean, I do. Whoa, everything got froze. Okay, there, it's better again. I really don't think there's gonna be a happy ending for the two of them. I think Jace is gonna do something stupid and get killed, and then Clary's gonna be sad, and then Clary's gonna move on and go back to the mundane world. And I think that's just how it's gonna be. And I know that's kind of sad when you think about it, considering everything she's gone through and everything she's lost. But when I think about Clary taking the commitment to be a parabatai with Isabel, who has had her whole life with this, I don't think it's fair. I don't think, for someone who is going to be affecting, because, as the bond goes, you can feel each other's effects, you lose the parabatai, it ruins you in some perspective. And I can't justify their friendship as enough reason to do it.
Don't forget, too, that when Jace took his quarterback, he thought it was because, one, their fathers did it, and it's because they were raised in that life. Clary has the option, even if she does take that step, to go back to the world where she grew up in. And that's not fair to Isabel, because Isabel can't walk away.
Jace is in this for the long haul. Jace will happily get himself killed thinking he is doing what is right. It doesn't matter if he's married to Clary. It doesn't matter if they have children. Jace will never be anything different but Jace. That is just who he is. And Isabel, being raised with him, while she does have a firmer head, she does live in the same perspective. Isabel is prepared to do her duty. Alec is prepared to do his duty. At the end of the day, is Clary prepared? I mean, I don't think Clary has enough of the Shadow Hunter in her and enough of the experience to really live this out. I think she's just in it for the long haul because she's been thrown in this, but I don't think there's going to be a happy ending. I don't. And so I don't think it's fair, no.
I think we should move on to the next question.
Yeah, because this is, well, you're going to love the next question. Next question. So I'm going to limit everybody's response to 2 minutes for this, because what do you think of the Mortal Instruments movie?
Oh,
you have 2 minutes. I'm not giving you any longer. We're going to start, of course, with Amber.
Okay. So, there was...
You have 2 minutes, by the way.
I'm trying. There was pros and cons. The pros would be how they show the interaction between Jace and Clary. How, in the beginning, she's not... Gabby. How she's not very trustworthy. And he's like, well, I saved you, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. But then the things that irritated me were the things that were in the book that weren't in the movie, which I understand not everything in the book could be in the movie. But, thing with Valentine, Jace, and Clary did not happen at the Institute. Luke was supposed to be there. He was supposed to fight Valentine. And Jace, they didn't show how Jace was broken from learning that. They didn't really show that. And they showed how Clary was upset about it, but they didn't really show Jace being broken from it. And how just hurt he was by it, and how he actually utterly believed Valentine. They didn't show any of that. And then, Valentine not having, the white, silver hair. he had freaking dreads. I mean, it just didn't go well. And then Jace's bike not flying. It's supposed to fly. They didn't show him getting that from the vampires, or stealing it, or taking it, or anything. And what was that?
The holy water.
Don't interrupt
Yeah,
her time.
exactly.
She's got 30 seconds.
Sorry.
So, just all in all, I mean, I liked some of it, but a lot of it I wish they would have held true more to the book. I understand all can't be in there, but actually hold true to the details. Done.
All right. Next, Danni, go.
Okay, the first time I watched the movie, I liked it because I had never read the books. The latest time that I have watched the movie, I really strongly disliked it because of how not accurate it was. Like, what the crap with the Lightwoods having blue eyes? They're supposed to have dark brown eyes, almost black, flecked with gold. Seriously.
Except for
bothered
Alec.
the crap out of me. Yeah, except for Alec. I mean, Isabel's supposed to have dark brown eyes, almost black, flecked with gold. That's my issue. And it just, there was so much wrong. Like, what the crap is up with those casting choices? Really, is it so hard to find people that are slightly more accurate? I kind of wanted to stab them for a little bit. I did appreciate the handful of direct book quotes that were in there. Those were nice. Those slightly redeemed it, but not enough, in my opinion. There's some scenes I wish were in there, like the holy water and the vampire bikes.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been in there. I thought that would be funny. I really hate that the Lightwoods were at the freaking hotel with Jason and Clary. I really hate that because they weren't supposed to be there. I was like, no, just no. And there was too much wrong with it, in my opinion, after I read the books. And I don't like that they turned Simon into a freaking vampire during it.
30 seconds.
I'm done.
Okay. Gabby, you have you have a minute. I'm cutting yours down.
Okay, so I really actually not like the film. I read the series before I saw the film, and so that really did limit my judgment on it. I do own the movie just for references that I can use. I like to have as much detail as I can for my account. However, there are some things that were really wrong with it. Like, the Lightwoods, the children were raised in New York, right? They've never stepped foot into the homeland, and thus, why do they have accents? Only Jace is supposed to have an accent because he came to the States when he was 10. It's really hard to get rid of an accent from that age on. And then, also, the minute details. Again, he didn't have the holy water. He didn't have flying bike. Jace does not have almost Dreadluck's kind of look. Sorry, he does not. And at the same time, where's his golden eyes? He is a golden boy. He has golden eyes, golden hair. He's tall for 5'11". Sorry, Jamie Kim Bauer is not that tall. And he's actually supposed to have a little bit more of a build to him, too. Jamie did not. Don't get me wrong, I love Jamie. He's really hot. But I'm sorry. Lily Collins was okay in the movie. I did like how she portrayed her a little bit. But again, there's just so many things wrong with this film. There's no mouse scenes. Where's the rat? Where's Simon turned into a rat? Where's the fact that most of the people in this movie, except for Hodge and Jace, had accents? What is with that?
Why did Magnus not have cat eyes the whole time?
Yes, why doesn't Magnus have that? And by the way, Magnus is supposed to be a lot more snappy than he was in the film. I thought Magnus was very dead almost in the film. And especially with his Jace and him feet, like the way they interacted with each other, it didn't fit right from what you saw in the books, even with Magnus and Alec. That's just my personal opinion. I'm cutting it short because these assholes are not letting me do it. So go.
And Magnus and Alec weren't supposed to have that big of a height difference.
Oh, yeah, that's really true. They're supposed to be around the same height, so go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to keep my opinion really super short too, because I really don't have much of one. I do, of course, but it's not that intense. My thought is I watched the movie first. I had read the first book. I had read City of Bones in 8th grade. I had read it ages ago. Like, near about time it had first come out, honestly. It was a couple years after. I'd read it, I got so mad at the ending of City of Bones that I quit the series. I finally, when I heard the movie it came out, I was like, alright, well, all these other books did movies, I'm gonna go ahead and see if it was anything like the book. I loved the movie when it came out. I thought, oh, this is the best movie ever. I love it, it's all intense, the actors are so hot. It was just really, really good. They were quirky and it was funny. And then I thought, well, of course, now I've got to go back and read the books. After I reread the book, I kind of analyzed everything. There, of course, there's a lot that these three have previously mentioned weren't in the books. One of my thing that most stand out is the whole conversation about him occasionally turning himself down to keep it fresh did not happen in the piano room. It happened with the witch. And that, to me, was, like, the one thing that stood out besides the rat thing. The rat thing really stood out. And, I mean, every book that turns into a movie is going to have differences. I mean, you look at Harry Potter. Harry's supposed to be tall, lanky, with glasses, and he's not supposed to look anything like Daniel Radcliffe looked. Rupert Grint, for the most part, the actors, they're brilliant and they're good, but they are not the characters, and it's never really going to be the case where they look just alike. So my expression is, the book is always going to be better than the movie, but also in the same light, the movie can be good too. And that's my 2 cents on it, and we're going to go on to the next question. We're going to try and keep these short from now on so they don't last forever and we don't get into arguments. Next question, favorite book and why?
Really?
Yeah, that's a question.
Wait,
Okay.
for just the TMI series or just for in general?
The entire Shadowhunter universe.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I would say, because of my angsty love, it would be City of Glass. And I know Gabby knows why. Because of Clary and Jay still thinking for most of the book that they're still related. And then the whole after they, see the angel and everything, and the whole tumbling down the hill, what happens then?
Wait, we're totally surpassing the best part of the book.
Do not give too many spoilers for the person who's starting to read this book.
You know what?
I'm only on the 2nd chapter.
Okay, so...
I've never even read the damn book, so go on.
Okay, but I'll just say, since she has it...
Get that off there. It's so crazy.
Okay, since Danni is only on the 2nd chapter, I won't say any more. But...
There's 3 pages left of the 2nd chapter.
She fucks her brother. No, I'm kidding.
But the next question is that Sebastian comes in. So that's another reason why I like it.
I know Max dies. I'm sad.
Yeah, that's...
Don't bring that up.
No one likes that, no.
He didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Alright, let's move on to the next person.
Alright, Danni, go. Favorite book and why?
Since I haven't read all the books yet, and I'm only on the 2nd chapter of City of Glass, currently I like City of Ashes better than City of Bones. So I'm gonna have to go with that one. I really can't tell you why, because most of City of Ashes was a blur. But I do know that I did not like City of Bones.
Alright,
It made me mad.
Alright, Gabby,
It just made me really mad.
unleash it.
I'm gonna say actually the book after the City of Glass, because you get to see a lot more of Jace in it, and you get to see his suffering, and I'm a person. Go on, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna say City of Lost Souls. Basically because it's basically a giant threesome that should have happened. And that's my entire reasoning.
No, not City of Lost Souls.
Was that the wrong book?
Yeah, no, that's the right book, but no.
Basically when they had the threesome. That
Okay,
never...
so let's move on to the next question.
Are you trying to rush us, Gabby?
Yeah, because I have a feeling you're gonna start an argument.
Who is your favorite character book-wise?
Oh, God.
It's our characters, probably, right?
Yeah. Magnus and Clary, and Jace, and I love them all. I'm not picking. Go on, next person.
Danni.
Izzy and Magnus are easily my favorites other than Jace. But, I just love all the sarcastic assholes. I can't help it.
Gabby, I can guess yours.
Jace. Sorry, Jace rules.
Alright, and my favorites, obviously Sebastian and Jonathan. Who's your least favorite?
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, fancy.
SAT shit right there.
Okay, I guess I would say my least favorite would be Robert.
Ooh, yeah.
I wasn't even thinking of it, but now that you mention it.
Because of the whole ordeal.
Not even Valentine and Sebastian. I mean, I love Sebastian.
It better not be Sebastian.
But yeah, I'm a favorite.
Alright.
Least favorite?
Within the 3 books that you read.
Yeah.
Yeah, within the books that I've read, it's kind of a tie between Simon and Clary. I don't really care for either of them. And I feel horrible for saying that. But it's true. I think Clary's whiny and annoying. I'm sorry.
I can see your teeth doing that right now. Yes.
Okay, well, my Clary isn't whiny.
She's horny.
Shut up.
Sorry. Gabby, your turn.
My least favorite is actually a tie between Robert and Clary. I'm sorry, babes. But the reason being is because Robert, just what he did to Alec, is not okay in my book. Like, that really pisses me off. I'm not sure if it's actually Jace being pissed off at me or it's actually me being pissed off, but it's something. And Clary only just, the reason is, again, she's pushing herself into this world where she thinks she knows so much, and it's really, I want her to actually take a step back and let somebody else show her how to do these things and teach her rather than her rush into it. That's just me. Go.
My answer's gonna surprise you. I don't like Jocelyn.
Really?
I don't. I just, there's something about her that I just, like the part in the book where Sebastian and Jocelyn see each other, and she calls him Jonathan, and he goes, I don't go by that name anymore. It's just, part of me is like, there's the resentment in his heart that plays a part of it, but at the same time, there's a resentment in me that I can feel that she just, I can't like her. I can't. After everything she's done.
That's a legit reason, too.
I can't, I mean, even if she did have a good reason, to me it's just, she hated her own son. Even if he did have that problem, I mean, she hated her own son. And it, to me, it's just, there's just something in me that just does not sit right with that. So, that's my 2 cents. Next question, I'm going to limit to 60 seconds because it could start arguments. If you can change one thing about the series, what would it be?
Oh, that could so start arguments. Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, so you got 60 seconds. Start.
I can't. I'm trying to think. Gabby, what would yours be?
No, you start.
I can't. Oh,
Would you like to take over your 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Gabby, you
we'll
can.
go to Danny, and then you can take my 60 seconds. Because I can't. There's just too much going through my head for that.
Fine, Gabby. Danny, go.
I have no clue. I'm not that far in the book.
Okay, so now Gabby has 180 seconds.
Less what?
Clary.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Does anybody else see this?
Be what?
Yeah, except we reached our 4-hour limit.
What you do, you just wait a little bit and then turn your camera back on.
Okay.
My camera's not on, so.
My camera's off.
I fixed it for mine. My thing that I would probably change about the series.
There we go.
There's a few things. I would,
Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm still recording. I'm still recording. Keep going.
Okay. So the thing I would change about my my character, my or not actually my character, I would change the series by putting more of other people besides Clary's point of view.
Yes.
Only so many point of views I can handle with Clary. Because, yes, she's a major character, but I want to see something about Isabel. I want to see something about Simon. I want to see something about Magnus. I want to see something about Alec. And I want to see something about Jace.
They make it basically Clary's story.
It is. It's basically Clary's story, except for, a little bit about Jace. And honestly, I really love the chapters with Jace in them, and I really want to see what's inside other people's minds. Just because, it really helps out with the fandom to get their muse, and at the same time, it's so much about her that I think that's why I get frustrated with her, because I'm now maybe too much into her, and I can't get out. Go on, your turn.
Okay, I guess everybody can kind of guess what mine is, as far as the ending of the series. I really wish that Sebastian would have got more of a chance. I really wish they would have gone into the agony that he's adored better. I mean, obviously, and it's like I go into American Horror Story when I find this quote. It's, no one is born a murderer. That was somebody's little baby. Jonathan existed. Jonathan was a person. He was a child who wanted his mother, and his mother left him. His mother hated him. And he was left with a psychotic maniac who poisoned him and tortured him and made him believe all these horrible
He's a byproduct of what he was raised to be.
Exactly. It's nature versus nurture, and the nurture was shit.
He got out of it at 10.
So he had time.
He had a little bit of time, but at the same time, he was corrupted enough.
And Jace got a lot better treatment, too. Because he was the...
But it wasn't the best.
True.
The best.
But, I mean, he wasn't tortured.
Time.
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah, we were arguing, weren't we?
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, that's just my perspective. I think Sebastian deserved more of a chance. And I mean, even, I'm not saying that incestual stuff should have happened. That's just our own quirks with role-playing. I'm just saying that Jonathan deserved a chance. Jonathan deserved to live, regardless of what Sebastian did. I mean, we can all hate Sebastian all we want, but Jonathan deserved it. Jonathan deserved a chance. He deserved to have a family and people to love him and to know his pain and his struggles, and he never got that, and I think that just drives me bananas. But next question. What would be your ultimate TMI smut scene?
Oh my god. Really?
It's a question.
We all know yours.
Shut up. We're starting with Amber's.
I guess it would be... Oh my god. There's so many.
Choose one.
Don't roll your eyes at me. I guess it would be Jace, Clary, and Sebastian. That would be my ultimate. Yeah, that would be. Danni.
Give me a moment. I'm thinking. Go to Gabby.
Gabby, you've been given the pass.
Shit. See, I would have gone with the Jace, Clary, and, and Sebastian, but I'm actually kind of leaning right now towards maybe a pass scene between Isabel and Jace. It's something that I would like to get into.
Okay, everybody's entitled. All right.
Okay. I'm ready now.
Go ahead.
Okay. As much as I dislike Clary sometimes, I think a threesome would be very interesting between her, Isabel, and Jace.
Woo! I like this one too.
So do I.
I'm feeling a bit left out, if we're going to be honest. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Halfway through the climax, I murdered your little brother.
Fuck you. And your mom and your cousins. Screw you all.
go on. Your
It's my turn. Obviously mine would be the what Amber said would be the three-way. But I would want it to not just be a three-way. My ultimate smut scene would be a symbiotic relationship where they all work together and they all were a part of each other's thing, where Jace didn't hate him. Come on, bro, we just love each other. And we love the same girl. Let's put our dicks in her at the same time. Anyways, that would be mine. Next question. Gonna have to be a big not safe for work warning on this. Oh, this is fun.
That was great.
In 60 seconds, do your best interpretation of your character.
Oh Lord.
God.
I'm gonna give you a few seconds to get ready too.
Oh god. Okay. I can't do Clary, but I can maybe do Magnus.
Pick whoever you want, whoever you're most comfortable with,
Do you have to do the accent with it?
if you
Oh
can.
god. I can't. I can't do that.
I don't think I could do Izzy, but I can do Danny.
Whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna make you do anything you're
Okay.
uncomfortable with.
Okay, the impersonation of them.
Yeah, your best best interpretation in 60 seconds. You can use quotes or you can freestyle it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'll let Danny go. Let Danny go.
Gabby. I'm looking for my quote.
Gabby is like prepared. She's like, bring it.
I just read it.
All right, go, Gabby.
Okay.
It's your stage.
Okay. First one.
Stand up if you need to.
What, you want me to stand up?
If you need to. If it's like dramatic.
No.
Use those facial expressions.
Stunningly attractive. And, she wants my mango. And no, that is not his accent, but come on, people. No one can be that attractive in his voice.
Sideways. All right, Brianna. I almost called you Brianna. Amber.
Okay.
Brianna.
Okay, shush. Only I can canoodle in my bed.
Canoodle?
Canoodle. He said that.
I know, that's what Jay said afterwards.
Oh, shut up. And then, well, I can't give you a look right now like Magnus gave to Jay, so, but I can growl.
Growl, please.
Okay, now Danny's behind this.
For the record, for people who don't know this, Danny has two computers, and she's looking up one while the Skype's together.
That's the way to look like
I'm
it.
trying to look up this quote that I just love.
Okay. This is gonna be hard. But yeah, I can't do Izzy, unfortunately, because it's too hard to find quotes by her. And I'm nowhere near her in the books at the moment, so. I am the Khaleesi of the Dothraki. I am the wife of the great Cal. I can't. Oh, wait, that's the wrong quote. Just kidding. Just kidding. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. I am Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen, the blood of old Valyria. I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you that those who would harm you will die screaming.
That's one of Jason's favorite quotes by her.
Also, Dracarys. That's literally my favorite line. Just Dracarys.
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 All the back for a flame.
All right. I know everybody's waiting on me, and I'm just trying to find this quote so fast.
Maybe by the time you found yours, I'll find one for Izzy.
There we go.
Oh, I thought of one. Never mind.
If you found one, go for it.
No, I thought of another one for Magnus.
Go for it.
Supposed to lay on the floor like that. Sorry. Yeah, I know, Gabby, she didn't hear me, did you?
No, I didn't hear you.
I said, is he supposed to lay on the floor like that?
Jesus Christ. Fuck, I lost it.
That's not okay.
Well, Sebastian did lose it. I mean,
Okay, well, that is true. Crap, now how's his voice?
wouldn't it kind of be like Jay's, but maybe thicker?
Yeah, probably. Fuck, why does it keep doing that? Stop. I'm gonna laugh every time. Hello there, mother. Nice to see me. That's one. And the other is... Kill me. Little sister, kill me and you'll kill Jace too. That wasn't an accent, but that's... I just had... Oh, hold on.
That was dramatic.
I have a fetish for damsels in distress. Don't be a sexist. Not all my stepsisters are also available to gentlemen in distress. It's equal opportunity fetish. Best quote ever. There's another one about him burning down preschools, and I could not...
Yo, you had 3 quotes. Go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Next question. Alright, next question. What? No, what are you doing? iPhone.
I thought we were... I actually found one for Isabel.
Oh, go for it. No, we're sorry. We didn't mean to.
You would too if you saw your father murdered when you were a child. If it weren't for him, we'd be dead. He saves our lives more the times than I care to admit.
Aww. That made Clary's heart pour. Aww.
Ironically...
Izzy has a soft spot in her heart for Jace. I can't help it.
Ironically...
Feelings coming out.
The next question is, favorite quote from any of the books? And it doesn't have to be your character, it can be any character.
Oh, God. Really?
Yep.
Hold on, let me look up.
I gotta find that.
I got it.
Should bookmark that page
Alright,
first.
if you've already got it, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Jesus! No, but I've been told I look like him.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Anything related to that just cracks me up. Simon is really funny. Him and Simon, like Jace and Simon, when they're going at each other like that, it's hilarious.
I've got mine.
I'm looking for mine.
Why did you, Clary asked. Why did I what? Help me back there. You're my sister. She swallowed. In the morning light, Sebastian's face had some color in it. There were faint burns along his neck where the demon Encore had splashed him. You never cared before that I was your sister, didn't I? His black eyes flickered down to her. Our father's dead, he said. There are no other relatives. You and I, we are the last of the Morgenstons. You are the only one left whose blood runs through my veins too. You are my last chance.
Feels.
I know the one I'm looking for, but I can't find it in my phone.
You've got yours, Ember?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, you go.
Okay, this one. If you were half as funny as you think you are, you'd be twice as funny as you are now.
Everybody else is doing funny ones, and I'm over here serious.
I'm gonna have to go back forever in my text messages with Gabby to find the one that I was.
Wait, which one did I send you?
Oh,
no,
I got
I
another one.
sent it to you and said Danny wants to talk about this.
About his mangoes?
No.
The
Baron
tomato soup?
von Hugenstein thing.
But I got
It
one,
was
and it's feels
Baron Hot Shaft von Hugenstein. That's what it was. Jace's code name.
Oh my god.
It's a really good code name, too.
Fucking L.
Alright, should we move on?
Yeah. Ironically, favorite quote from the movie.
What was the question?
Favorite quote from the movie.
Oh.
I already know mine.
Favorite quote from the movie? So say yours, go on.
Because she's in love with you.
Oh.
I would have to say my favorite quote. I'm probably gonna do it out of text because I don't remember it precisely.
Yeah.
But when Jace grabs Clary and lifts her almost, and he's like, "I will protect you with my life."
Yeah.
Oh, my heart. Okay. Mine would be, so I see you upgraded from a gingerbread house.
I had forgotten about that. Alright, Danny, once again, you were in the slow lane.
I was
Ooh, the
ready,
next
but,
question,
Amber
though.
jumped in.
Sorry.
Isn't this the part where you start tearing off pieces of your shirt to bind my wounds? If you wanted me to take my clothes off, all you had to do was ask.
Oh, the next question. I already know all your answers, and it's gonna break my heart. But the next question is Jace or Sebastian, and why?
Really? To me, of all people?
Yeah,
Yeah, Jason's not happy with you right now.
Why don't we go out of order since her answer is gonna be the most difficult?
Yeah.
So why don't we start with you, Gabby?
Jace.
Why?
Because no matter what, from the very beginning, he's always been the person that I really just. What's the right word for this?
Admired, loved, wanted to suck his cock. I mean,
All that?
all that. Alright. Danni?
Okay, Danny.
Mostly because I haven't been introduced to Sebastian yet, but also because he influences my opinion, and she's not happy about Sebastian killing her little brother.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go for it.
Mine? Okay, I'm sorry, Ashley. Mine would be Jace. Because Jace has always been there for her, and he's never tried to force her into choosing certain ways or certain things, and has always let her kind of choose on her own while trying to help her, where Sebastian tried to force her into choosing. So yeah, Jace.
Obviously, mine would be Sebastian. Obviously, because I love him. Oh, cool. Okay, opinions about Sebastian. Next question.
Are we going
Okay.
over again?
If you want to.
I got it.
Are you ready? Go for it then.
So, yeah, he's murderous and wants to be dirty with his sister, but what people seem to overlook is what he had to go through as a kid. So, actually, my heart kind of aches for him because he doesn't know anything different, and no one ever offered him anything different. Everyone just instantly monster. Where, even though I think Jace kind of understands him more now, because when they had, when they were connected and all that, and Jace, I think if I remember correctly, Jace actually felt some things he felt, right? Okay, Gabby's saying yes. So, it's been a while since I read that.
I'm rereading the series now, so.
Oh. So, I mean, it's just, everyone instantly looks at him as a monster, and they're like, oh, death to him, whatever, but no one ever really looked into his past and what he had to go through. They just always assumed. So, okay.
Right.
Danny.
I don't think I get an opinion since I haven't met him in the books.
Oh.
Yeah, currently all I know about him is that he murdered Max, which gives me a pretty negative opinion on him.
Alright, so skipping Danny.
Yeah.
I would have to say, first of all, for me, I've always liked the person who plays a bad guy, mostly because I like to get into depth of who they are, and I always feel for them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you see me, I love Star Wars. I do Star Wars quotes. I've always loved Darth Vader. I like to learn what happened, and that's why I like the prequels. Jace, however, is actually very more forgiving of Sebastian, even though, yes, he did some very horrible things to Jace, like he connected them without his permission. He murdered Max. Jace is more forgiving and more willing to try to redemption. Yes, he does fight him, but at the same time, in his mind, he can understand where he's coming from. They have that connection because they were both raised by Valentine. He understands his past. He's more forgiving in a way.
Can I just
Jace
add?
Yeah?
I think the reason that Jace feels that way is because it could have been Jace.
That's a really huge part of it, too. I'm glad that you mentioned it because I was looking for the right way to word it. But Jace and Sebastian, or Jonathan, whichever one you want to call him, they have a connection that way, and they know. I think that's also why Sebastian chose Jace, too. Because Jace is the only one he could reach out to who would understand.
Alright.
Dylan, your turn.
Obviously I mentioned it earlier, I have a huge love of Sebastian. My love for him, I've always kind of been the one, I love the bad guy, I love Loki, I love Anakin, I love all the bad guys. There's just something in my heart that just has a deep I hate to say connection, but I mean, troubled people love troubled people. And anyone who knows me knows I'm partly sociopathic as it is, so.
I can tell with you and no pants.
Yeah. I don't wear pants, by the way. There are no pants being worn. For any viewers. Woo! Anyways, I just love Sebastian. I mean, it's like these lot have said, and I said earlier in the video, there's so much that you don't get to know about Sebastian, so much pain he went through that you don't see. And I mean, I love him. I wish he we're gonna get to it in the next question, but I wish he would have had more of a chance. So is that everybody? Did everybody go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the next question, ironically, is opinions about the end of City of Heavenly Fire, opinions about Jonathan's death. Did you want him to live? Should he have gotten a second chance? Or was this a just end? And obviously, Gabby, I mean, sorry, but you still can put in 2 cents as well. Alright,
You need me?
Amber. Not Gabby, Danny, sorry. Amber.
I'm gonna make my answer quick. I think she'll live, and that's it.
Alright, Danny, from what you know, what do you think?
From what you guys said, probably deserved a second chance. Just from what I've gathered from you people talking about him.
Okay. Gabby?
I'm a sick, twisted human being. I think that it's all of the above. I think
I can agree.
that in my eyes, he deserved a second chance. I think he deserved redemption. But he did get his just rewards at the end.
But was it Sebastian that got his just rewards, or was it
Oh, it's
Jonathan?
definitely Sebastian that got his just rewards. Jonathan deserved a second chance. I think that they should have reborn Jonathan, like, in a way. Like how Anakin was, he got that chance to be good at the end before he died.
See, as someone who plays Sebastian, and obviously I do play the light and the dark, I do play Jonathan, I do play Sebastian, there is a part of me that will always think he deserved a second chance. They should have never killed him. He deserved his happily ever after. But I guess in the back of my mind, I think it's good that he died, because Jonathan had been dead for so long, really, that it was just, to me, I think of it like someone who's been catatonic. You know, he's suffering, he suffered, and one to think that Jonathan is in the back of Sebastian's mind. In the very wee back where you can never think to hope that Jonathan's there, he's there, and he sees everything that Sebastian's doing. And he knows that Sebastian killed Max, and he knows that Sebastian tried to rape Clary, and he knows...
For a record, when Sebastian killed Max, he cried.
Yeah. I really don't think... I think for, like, maybe up until City of Glass, Jonathan does have some control. He does have some statement. But I think it's when Valentine dies that it's just... he snaps in a way. And there's no way for Jonathan to get a footholding ever again, obviously, until the end of the City of Heavenly Fire. And I think it's just... I'd hate to see him suffering. And I hate to think of this little boy who dreamt of fields and his sister and his mother and living happily ever... Sorry.
Don't worry.
Just gonna get spoiled all around.
Alright, next question.
You're just lucky I'm not one of those people that will slit your throat for spoiling stuff.
Can we talk about how I've never even read past City of Ashes and I already know all this? Okay, this one is a different one. Getting off, the books and stuff, role-playing pet peeve.
Oh, jeez.
There's so many, so let's try to limit one each.
One per person.
Okay, that would be my biggest pet peeve. Okay. Hold on. Does anyone else have one right at the top of their head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go.
First.
My biggest pet peeve is when you do not read the rules page.
That's fine.
Sorry, but seriously, it's there for a freaking reason. Read it. I'm not going to RP with you if you're not reading that role page.
Don't get Gabby started.
I'm starting. Okay.
Alright. Danni, do you have another one just off the top of your head?
Yes, I do.
Alright, will you go ahead and say your second one?
Mine, my second one, since Gabby stole the first one, would have to be when people message you asking to RP but will not write the starter.
Oh my god.
Because that's just, ugh. It's like, you want to do it, you should start it. It's just, ugh.
I got mine.
Go for it.
Mine would be when people instantly think that because they see the smut with other people that you're just instantly going to jump into that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Without any backstory, it's just going to be like, just right then.
Yep.
Because it took me and Gabby a while. And it took me and Ashley a while. Do what?
We started off as siblings.
Exactly. So it took me and Ashley a while. It didn't just jump into it. Because he had to win her over, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, well, all three of theirs are really, really big pet peeves of mine. But I'm going to go ahead and tack on another one. Mine would just be really shitty roleplay etiquette as is. Like, just shitty roleplay etiquette. Like, cut your posts. If you don't cut your post, I'm going to unfollow you. Use some sort of fucking grammar. I mean, people who have, obviously, dyslexia, who it's not their first language, they're in some kind of marginal group where, okay, I understand. Every human being's going to make a mistake. It's understandable. But when you're speaking like you left during first grade education, I can't roleplay with you. There are some roleplayers in the TMI fandom who use all lowercase, they don't use any punctuation, they use 2 or 3 words, and they expect to roleplay with that. And I can't. I just can't. So, and that's my pet peeve, role-playing etiquette. Yeah. So, next question is also another off TMI question. Favorite fandom other than TMI? And you can start, whoever wants can start.
We have the same smile.
Okay, favorite fandom besides TMI, I guess, would be Star Wars. Yeah, that's fine.
Now Gabby's like, fuck.
No,
Mine is somewhere in a tie between the BBC Robin Hood fandom and the Game of Thrones fandom, because BBC Robin Hood fandom was really small and really welcoming. Everyone loved everyone. But the Game of Thrones fandom is so much bigger, and there's a lot of nice people, but there's a handful of shitty people too. But it's nowhere near as bad as the DC fandom. Not to trash talk it, but I left there for a reason.
It's the reason Marvel comics are best. No, I'm just kidding. Keep going.
I'm done.
Gabby?
I would say the Star Wars fandom, because I was in that for, 2 years. But I found that a lot of the people on there were very cold. And I actually role-played more with the GOT fandom than I did my own fandom. So I'm going to actually go with GOT. And, yeah.
Mine would be kind of really hard because I would say every fandom I've been in, but that's just kind of stupid. I mean, there's so many perspectives you can take it on. You can take it on the best fandom to roleplay in, or you can take the best fandom to watch the content, or you can take the best fandom with the best friends you've ever made. I mean, there's so many avenues you can take it. My first fandom was a Merlin Harry Potter fandom crossover.
Fandom. I was in that fandom too.
Yeah, I played this character called Clarissa Lestrange. She was the child of Bellatrix. She was the adopted child of Bellatrix, but biologically she was the daughter of Morgana and Merlin. And she time traveled through the Doctor's time travel.
You're getting off topic.
Sorry. Anyways, the best fandom, I think, for me, where I did the best for the longest. Fuck. Shit. As shit as it is today, the best fandom at the time for me was the TVD fandom. Because I was in there for 2 years. and I made so many friends. It's gone to shit now, but I'd say that one was the best one for me, besides TMI. Next question, next to last question, then we get to, well, this is the last question, then we get to Gabby's questions.
Which you people are more than welcome to answer if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Past experience with role-playing, worst experience... Hold on. This is like 12 questions. This is the one that I got sent. It's like a multi-question. How many years have you been role-playing? What's your best character, best experience, worst experience? I'm going to put that all in one just so we can get it done quicker. So, how many years have you been role-playing? Best character, best experience at role-playing, worst experience role-playing.
Okay, so do they mean best character we played?
Yes.
Ever?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How many years?
I've been role playing over 10 years.
Okay.
Probably like 12 years.
Jeez, fuck, since the internet
since
started.
I was 16, so yeah, do the math. Best character. I would actually say it would be Magnus. Because I got, yeah, okay, I won't go into it, but, and then, worst character, probably Puck from Glee. Haters. And then, what was the last two?
Best experience while role-playing over the years, worst experience while role-playing.
Best experience would, it sounds so cheesy, but
Meeting me.
well, yeah, it would be meeting you and Gabby, and I just met Danni, so hello. But it would actually, because Gabby was the first person I really ended up role played with on any fandom. So Gabby was like, she's like my heart. And then, oh, shut up. And then Ashley, because she.
Yeah, that's,
like,
a really long-winded explanation.
Don't interrupt her time.
Oh.
She's about to talk about me. You got your time. Let her talk about me.
So, and then Ashley, because, yeah, she just lets me go play the stuff I want to roll with. So, yeah, okay. And then, worst experience would be someone not coming to me when they had a problem with me and posting it all over the dashboard and tagging me in it. That would be the worst. Okay, Danni.
Okay. I have been repeating for, I think I counted while you were talking,
Robot.
14 years now.
14 years.
Jesus.
I've been repeating since I was in 3rd grade. I started on Neopets. I'm not ashamed.
I'm really
Oh, Neopets! Okay, sorry. Utopia.
There was a roleplay forum on Neopets, but yeah.
There was.
I started in the Inuyasha fandom on Neopets. Yeah. I had an OC. She was
I
a
don't want to know
OC.
what Neopets are.
Are those the things where you bought the dolls and then the dolls came with the code and then you put the code into the internet?
They were
No.
not creepy. They were creepy.
Okay.
No,
Haters.
like, I had a loop.
Is that
Which
like a
is basically-
Tamagotchi?
No. It's a website. Like, go to neopets.com.
No, I
and look at it.
really don't want to.
Just do it.
Okay, continue.
But anyways, yeah, 14 years, started on Neopets. In 3rd grade, yeah, that's been forever ago. Let's see, I lost my train of thought. Best character, that was the next part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Best character is probably gonna have to say Danni. I get tons of compliments on my Danni because of where I apparently stick really close to book canon, where the others just kind of stray away from it. Like, most of the Dannies don't even mention Drogo. I mention him at least once every couple posts. It's a big deal. Worst character. Man, that's hard, because I had a lot of crappy characters. Worst... No, actually, my characters on the Neopets were pretty great. Thank you.
I miss them.
Worst character would have to be probably when I tried to RP as Jason Todd in the DC fandom. I just did not float there. It was I was not made to play macho manly men that believe in murder.
Leave that to me and Gabby.
We're very macho.
And we
You can
believe
have-
in murder.
It was bad. It was so bad. Like, I got accused of turning Jason into a girly gay man. It was really bad. So, I only had that blog for maybe a month at most before I was like, yeah, I wasn't cut out for this, and deleted it.
Best
so
experience.
Best experience. That would have to be how I have been received in the Game of Thrones fandom. Like, all those people that just, I mentioned, oh, I made another blog in this fandom, and like half my followers moved to that blog so they can catch me there too, which is just a fantastic feeling.
Except for your Isabel, you didn't do it.
Because it's a different fandom.
No?
So, how many people in Game of Thrones do you think know about the Mortal Instruments?
Well, compared to me, yeah, a lot.
I had no clue about the Mortal Instruments until I met you. That's when I watched the movie, and then I started reading the books once I was done with Game of Thrones. So, there. Worst experience has to be receiving hate on my Batgirl blog back in the DC fandom. Like, they told me I was a shitty Batgirl and stuff. It was really bad. I didn't post any of it because I don't believe in posting hate and spreading that stuff around. But, yeah, they told me that I had no business playing a college student that empty at night when I am a college student and I know how college students act. And it was just so bad that I was like, you know what, screw this, put her on a hiatus for a little while, skipped over to a different fandom, and then have just pretty much abandoned the whole blog together and put a little list like, if you want me, you can find me here. That's it. I'm done.
Alright, Gabby.
Okay,
How
what was
many-
the first question?
How many years have you been role playing?
Okay, how many years? I would have to say, a lot. I don't actually count my years, that often. I would say roughly around 14, maybe more. My favorite, what was it? Second one?
Favorite character you've ever had and least favorite character you've ever
Right.
had.
Okay, my favorite character I'd ever have is actually Jace. Tied with Anakin, but I lean more towards Jace right now because Jace is just dominating my mind. My worst character I ever had was an OC blog I made. An original character. I made a vampire girl. Yeah, I don't know why I did it. And favorite fandom, the worst favorite fandom? What's that question?
No. The worst experience you've ever had role playing and the best experience.
Okay, the worst experience I ever had role playing would actually be watching hate to be spread to others. I actually never received hate, which I'm very thankful for. But I've seen so many others suffer from it, and it just breaks my heart. And the best thing ever happened to me role playing, when people just randomly message me saying how good I am, or if I'm pretty, or I feel so. It's not because I'm expecting it, but it's just because I'm so unexpected of it. I'm really appreciative to everything I receive, and I do blush from it. I really do. I know I act really confident, but just to see it, it's just mind-boggling to me, and I can't get over it.
Okay, my turn then.
You should act more excited about it, God.
My turn then. Ironically, I'm the most babyish of all of you. I've been role playing for 9 years. I think I am the baby of the group, though.
You are a baby.
I'm 18.
She's a baby.
I'm the mama.
You're the mama, I'm the baby. I've been role playing for about 9 or 10 years. My best character, ironically, I'm not going with the trend. I love Sebastian, but my best character would probably be my Morgana and Tatia blog that I had in the TBD fandom. I played this, ironically, Merlin and TVD crossover, and I loved her. I was there for nearly 2 years, and I met so many wonderful people. I developed such a wonderful muse, and I fell in love with the blog. I fell in love with her, and I think about it and I reminisce to this day about that blog. It was around the time I really started to roleplay well and with the drive to write, and not just doing it to do it. And I loved it, and it was the best character I ever had. The worst character, I was in this group for Gods and Goddesses role-playing for a while. It was a really weird group, and I role-played...
As a goddess or god roleplay.
I role-played the son of Helios and someone else, and the face claim was Draco Malfoy. And he was in love with Hades and Persephone's daughter, who had Hermione Granger as the face claim. And he had sex with Hades in front of her. It was really bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. So that was the least favorite character. The worst experience I have had is probably, it's the same experience, but it kept happening over and over again. The worst experience is probably people who I came to love and care about and be friends with just leaving me. Just not talking to me anymore, just out of nowhere after years of being friends, they're gone. It happened to me on my Ruby 2.0 blog. It happened to me on my Morgana blog, my Cole blog, my Clary blog. Probably going to happen on Sebastian at some point. I mean, it's just one of those things where I inevitably think every time I become friends with someone, well, it's probably going to happen again. Which sucks, but, I mean, you live with it. And my best experience, ironically, is meeting all those people. Meeting all the wonderful and brilliant people on Tumblr. You really, people make fun of us when they say, oh, we roleplay. But you meet such brilliant people who go through the same things you do and have been in your place, and people who are like, Amber, who's older and who's been through more things. And then there's me, who, I'm just starting college, I'm just starting out, I've been through some things, and I look to people like Amber and to like Danni and to like Gabby to, what I should do more, and it's the best experience in the world. And so yeah, that's my answer. And last but not least are the questions for Jace.
These are really good questions.
Yeah. You should talk about what Jace's life would have been like if he had stayed with Valentine.
Jace, I actually have a verse for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to explore that verse some more. It's called The Arrow. But I really think that Jace would have been another Sebastian. I really do. I think Jace he would have loved killing more than he already does. He would have loved seeing people getting tortured. He would have loved... Jace is on the borderline right now of very sadistic and very also humane. He does have the humane part in him because he lived with the Lightwoods. He experienced what love was. But because if he had stayed with Valentine, he would never have gotten that experience. He would have said, love will destroy you. So I really think that Jace would have become another Sebastian, or I really think he would have became worse. Because if you really think about it right now, Jace does have that. He does have the humanity in him that Sebastian does not, because Sebastian has the demonic blood in him. But he has more angel blood. He would have became a fallen. He would have became a fallen angel.
Oh.
And sometimes the fallen is 10 times worse than a demon. So, go on, next question, or if you guys want to answer something, put your 2 cents in.
I agree with you. I mean, it goes back to that thing where it could have been Jace. It could have been Jace in Sebastian's shoes. And I mean, we definitely got to get together about that, because that would be some awesome threading if they had been raised together and been monsters together.
I have the thing. You want to take a look at it later?
We'll take a look at it later. But I think it's a good point. I mean, Jace could be worse than Sebastian. because of all the problems. So I definitely agree. Anybody else? No.
And he's not as awkward with people.
Sebastian's just a whore.
Sebastian, no, but Sebastian he was limited and who he had contact with.
Yeah.
Jace was not.
Alright, next question, if they don't have anything to say then. If he could, would he use the cup to make more shadow hunters?
Jace?
Mhm.
No. Yes, he would. He would.
Why?
He thinks that because he believes that the world needs shadow hunters in order to really progress and protect. Their race is dying. And they can't reproduce fast enough.
Does he want children of his own someday?
Yeah, he does, but he's afraid to have children.
Is he afraid he'll end up like Valentine?
Yes. His biggest fear is he's even more so than ducks. Ducks freak him out. but Jace has a complete fear of becoming the next Valentine. Because Valentine was so charming. He could charm anyone into doing anything he wanted. Sebastian had to force it on people. Because he didn't have that connection to people.
He wasn't charismatic.
He wasn't charismatic, but Jace is charismatic. Girls love him. Guys, sometimes he doesn't get along with them, but he can charm them too, if he really wanted to.
Look at Alec.
Yeah. And if you really think about it, Jace really does have a way with people where he can get them to do what he wants them to do. He knows how to tone his voice like Valentine did. He knows how to kill like Valentine did. He knows how to torture how Valentine did. He knows. He knows how to do it. And he actually hides it from his siblings. He hides it from Alec and Isabel. He hides it from Clary. Only Sebastian knows what he's really capable of doing. And Sebastian knows how to get it out of him. And that's why Jace really does avoid Sebastian. And he lies to everyone else. He wants to do it. Part of him, a huge part of him, wants to do it. He wants to let himself go. He wants to see what he's capable of doing. But he really restricts himself because he's in fear that he's going to become the next Valentine, and then it's just going to go downhill for him.
All right. Well, that was our last question. Of course, we are again going to do this in the future because this was a lot of fun, I think. And I think this is definitely going to be great. We have actually been going for a solid 2 hours now.
Shit!
Wow.
So this is going to be a hell of a buffer to figure out how to do.
So you're going to have to figure out how to buff this all up.
Yep.
Edit and stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, until next time, peeps.
Bye.